Have you ever wished you could last just a little bit longer in bed? If that question has ever crossed your mind, even just once, you're not alone. Let me be clear right from the start. What you're experiencing is far more common than most men think. And more importantly, it doesn't mean you're weak or that there's something wrong with you. Today, we're going to talk about premature ejaculation. Why does it happen? And why have so many men tried everything and still seen no improvement? Part 1. Understanding the true nature. Ejaculation is a reflex. There's something most men have never been told. Ejaculation isn't just a matter of willpower, it's a biological reflex. When stimulation increases, signals from the genitals travel up the spinal cord to the brain. When arousal passes a certain threshold, your body triggers a built-in reflex and the ejaculation process begins. This process has two phases. The first phase is emission, where fluid is moved into position inside the body. When this phase starts, many men recognize that familiar feeling, it's coming, and it's hard to stop. That's the point of no return. Then comes expulsion, where the pelvic floor muscles contract rhythmically to push the semen out. So once ejaculation has entered the first phase, willpower alone usually isn't enough to reverse it. This is crucial because it clears up a major misconception. Premature ejaculation isn't a lack of stamina. It's a real physiological issue. Part 2. Why some men have it and some don't. For some men, premature ejaculation appears from the very first sexual experience. For others, it only shows up after years of being completely normal. Psychology plays a role. Just one mishap can plant pressure. Will I finish too soon? Will my partner be disappointed? That pressure makes the body react faster, but it's not all in your head. The nervous system, neurotransmitters like serotonin, genetics, hormones like testosterone or thyroid, sensitivity at the head of the penis, and even the cycle of worrying about losing your erection, then rushing, then finishing early, can all contribute. Part 3. Improvement solutions. When it comes to the most effective ways to improve, most men will see the clearest benefits from lifestyle changes, and in some cases, adding medication support when truly needed. First, let's talk about exercise and training. In fact, there have been studies showing that regular exercise, especially high-intensity interval training, can help men control ejaculation better. The first reason is pretty straightforward. Exercise improves cardiovascular health, and good cardiovascular health means better blood flow, leading to better sexual function and overall endurance. But there's a less obvious point. Exercises like HIIT, yoga, or running also help improve what's called interoceptive awareness, which is your ability to sense and understand the signals happening inside your body. Put simply, you start to tune into your body better. You can more easily recognize when arousal is building, when you're approaching your threshold, and when you need to adjust. This allows you to manage sensations better instead of letting them rush past you too quickly. Another important mechanism is that exercise helps balance the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, which control stress and relaxation in your body. When your nervous system is more balanced, you can more easily activate a relaxed state, which slows the ejaculatory reflex and increases control. And of course, exercise also reduces stress. Stress is a dangerous loop for sexual function. The more stressed, the more dysfunctional, the more loss of control. Exercise, meditation, mindfulness, or any activity that reduces stress can help break that cycle. To make this clearer, let me share some specific data. There was a randomized controlled study conducted on 76 Chinese men ages 18 to 34. These men were divided into 3 groups. One group did HIIT for 7 minutes each day. One group did slow breathing for 7 minutes each day, and one control group. The results showed that after just 2 weeks, the group doing 7 minutes of HIIT daily showed significantly greater reduction in premature ejaculation symptoms compared to the other 2 groups. Regarding yoga, a meta-analysis of multiple studies showed that yoga programs generally help increase time to ejaculation after penetration. In one specific study, this time increased from about 30 seconds to nearly 2 minutes. That might not sound like much, but in reality, that's almost a 4-fold increase. In fact, one study even suggested that yoga is nearly as effective as some antidepressant medications commonly used to treat premature ejaculation. Of course, these studies are relatively small in scale, but they're very encouraging, and more importantly, they're safe and easy to do at home. Next are pelvic floor exercises. These exercises strengthen the pelvic floor and have been proven to help improve premature ejaculation. Many studies show that when the pelvic floor is stronger, men can actively control the muscle contractions that occur during sex, thereby delaying ejaculation. Additionally, these muscles help you become more aware of your arousal level, recognizing when you're getting close to your threshold. Like other exercises, pelvic floor training also increases blood flow to the pelvic region, supporting sexual health and overall function. Then there are behavioral techniques. A popular technique is the start-stop method. This approach is pretty simple, and you can practice it alone or with a partner. The key is don't surprise your partner. Talk beforehand so you both understand and can cooperate. The principle is to train your body to become familiar with delaying ejaculation through controlled stimulation. Here's how it works. You start stimulation as normal. When you feel yourself approaching the threshold, stop right before the point of no return. Pause for a few minutes to let the arousal level decrease. This pause helps you recognize where you are on the arousal scale. I usually recommend combining this with slow, deep breathing, as this helps activate the relaxation nervous system. Then you start again. Repeat this 3 times, and on the 4th time, allow ejaculation. Over time, this technique can help extend ejaculation time. A variation of this method is the squeeze technique. Instead of stopping completely, you use your thumb and index finger to squeeze firmly but gently at the base of the head of the penis for about 10 to 20 seconds. The goal is to slightly reduce the erection and decrease the urge to ejaculate. Then you wait for arousal to drop and continue. These techniques can be uncomfortable if your partner doesn't understand or isn't willing, so communication beforehand is crucial. Or you can practice alone. Recently, there's also been interesting research on combining these techniques with masturbation support devices. The reason is that these devices create a controlled environment, helping you practice without pressure while providing a certain level of desensitization. They're designed to simulate the sensation of intercourse, making the skills you learn easier to apply when you're with a partner. One device that's been studied is HIIT. This is a device that simulates the vaginal environment, maintaining a temperature of about 36 to 37 degrees Celsius with gentle vibration. In an 8-week study of 40 men, average ejaculation time increased from about 1 minute to over 4 minutes. Meanwhile, the group that only exercised without using the device only increased to under 3 minutes. Another device is the Tenga Flip Hole. This device was studied on 18 men with lifelong premature ejaculation. They used the device for 6 weeks, 5 minutes each time, 5 times per week. Although the study didn't measure ejaculation time precisely, 83% of participants improved their control, 72% reduced stress, and about 1/3 were more satisfied with intercourse. The third device, also from Tenga, is called the Men's Training Cup Keep Training. This set includes 5 cups with different tightness levels, from light to strong. In a study of 37 men, after 8 weeks of use, ejaculation time increased from 103 seconds to nearly 4 minutes. It's worth noting that 18 people withdrew from the study. We don't know why, possibly because it didn't suit them, they didn't like it, or it wasn't effective. These studies are all small in scale, but they show that training in a simulated environment can have real practical value. Especially vaginal simulation devices will be closer to the real sensation compared to just using your hand, which can't recreate the temperature and sensation inside the body. Part 4. Where to start. At this point, many people start to feel confused. There are so many causes, even more solutions. So where should I start? The answer is not with tips. You need a roadmap. Step 1, understand your body, identify your group. Don't ask, which method should I use? Ask, why does my body react this way? 3 important questions. How long have you had this problem? If it's since your first time, that's the lifelong group. If it's just the past few years, that's the acquired group. Are you rushing because you're afraid of losing your erection? If yes, that's secondary PE due to anxiety or erectile dysfunction. If no, continue. Does it feel too sensitive or too tense? If too sensitive, that's the sensation group. If tense and hard to relax, that's the nervous system or pelvic floor group. Knowing your group is like knowing where you stand on the map. Step 2. Choose the right tools, not all of them. You don't need to try everything, rushing because you're afraid of losing your erection. Address anxiety, improve erection. Too sensitive, control stimulation, selective desensitization, tense pelvic floor, relaxation, reverse Kegels. One right tool is always better than 5 wrong ones. Step 3, adjust gradually, don't force it. Small progress is still progress. The more you force it, the faster the reflex. Your body relearns gradually, like learning to drive. Premature ejaculation isn't a dead end. It's a solvable problem when you understand the true nature and choose the right path. The most important thing isn't speed, but persistence and knowledge. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the quality men's health content I'll be sharing in the future. Hit the notification bell to be the first to get new videos. And if you think someone in your friend list also needs to hear this, share the video with them. Sometimes the right information at the right time can change an entire phase of someone's life. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.